Hello, everybody. I'm Craig, and this is the Spirit of Vinyl. Welcome. How you guys doing this week? Hope you all had a wonderful time. Finally stopped being freezing cold here, so it was nice today. 50 some odd degrees. All the ice started melting, so that's good. We've been iced in for a while here, but so it's Friday night. Time to talk about records and have a few beers. Today I am drinking. It's called Cougar Bait. It's an American blonde ale. It is from Country Boy Brewing, and that says it is from Georgetown, Kentucky. I stopped at a little liquor store on my way home today, saw this, I thought I'd try it out. Cheers to you all. That's pretty good. Yeah, an American blonde ale. Not bad at all. If you can find this, is Kentucky, local Kentucky, which where I live in Tennessee, I'm only like a mile away from the Kentucky border, so pretty good beer though. First time I've ever had it, very tasty. Super Bowl weekend, so I had to pick up some beers, drink a couple tonight, drink on Sunday. I have Monday off, so it's gonna be wonderful. I'm gonna have to root for the Seahawks, just because I'm going to have to root for the Seahawks. I can't really make myself root for the Patriots. So, anyway, enough about football. Today, I am going to talk about records in my collection that will be turning 50 or are turning 50 in the year 2026. So, all of these records are from 1976. I have 17 of them. Thought I'd have a lot more. As time goes on and we hit the 70s, getting the 50-year-old ones, starting to get into more stuff, then anyway, I thought I'd have more than just 17. I'm assuming when I go through, like I did last year, I'll do the same thing. I'll go through all the stuff I have that's 40 years old. I'll probably have a lot more from 86 than I have from 76 due to my age. So, but I got 17 pretty fucking good albums right here. We're going to start off right here. The first one, Kiss Destroyer. What can be said about this? This is the album that made Kiss a household name. Sold millions of copies right off the bat. Detroit Rock City, Beth, Flaming Youth, all those great songs on here. Inner sleeve like that. It's got the Kiss Army logo on the back of it. So, yeah, I don't know what else to be said about Destroyer. This is a great album. It's not my favorite Kiss album, but this is the one that made them stars. So, this came out March 15th, so almost 50 years old. All right, next up from March on the 26th, Judas Priest released Sad Wings of Destiny. Second album, if I remember correctly. In fact, I'm pretty sure it is. I just picked this up not that long ago. Victim of Changes and Ripper are on here. That's the big one. It's got a cool little label on there. It's Ovation Records. I don't think I have anything else with this label on there that I can see. And like I said, I just picked this up. I've been trying to fill up my Priest collection a little bit more up to a certain point. Sad Wings of Destiny. When I got this a few months back, I played the shit out of it. I really, really dig this record. Okay, next up, April 2nd, an album that is divisive by some people's standards. This is Led Zeppelin's Presence. A lot of people don't really like this. They think it's boring or just not a very good record overall. I do like this. I think this is a very cool album. Yeah, I get it why. I mean, it's no Led Zeppelin 4 or Led Zeppelin 1 or, it's probably, I don't own all the Led Zeppelin stuff. I don't have Into the Outdoor or Coda. This is probably the weakest of the Led Zeppelin records. When it comes down to it, but I really still dig this record a lot. So, I haven't played it in a while and to play it again. All right, April. It doesn't give a date everywhere I looked on the internet. It doesn't tell me what day in April. Just this album came out in April. This is the Tubes, Young and Rich. The Tubes is a very cool. They're a very cool band. I guess you'd call them like a 70s new wave, post-punk style of stuff. A lot of people my age only know the Tubes from She's a Beauty, which is unfortunate because they are a great band. And I started collecting the Tubes stuff because I bought the album with She's a Beauty on it. And then it was so good I just had to keep going. So I have everything the Tubes ever put out. I think. There might be some more recent stuff or whatever, but I think I pretty much have it all. But this is a really, really good record. Like I said, that came out in April sometime. All right, now moving on to May. On the 3rd of May, Aerosmith Rocks comes out. This has got Back in the Saddle and Last Child on here. Never been a huge fan. I was never a huge fan. Rats in the Cellar, Sick as a Dog, cool tune. Home Tonight. These are all, I mean, I just started buying Aerosmith records. I had just like their greatest hits album, and I was never really a huge fan. And then, you know, you got to get Toys in the Attic. And then as I got Toys in the Attic, I ended up with Draw the Line. And, you know, my record store had all these used, these vinyl, these 180 represses for a decent price. I got this for $18. So I ended up buying, you know, Draw the Line and this and some others. But yeah, so it's good. Like I said, I was never a huge fan of these guys. I mean, you like what you hear on the radio, but it was nothing I would want to buy or whatever. But I've kind of started to change my mind as time has went on. Okay, let's see. Next up on May 14th, AC/DC releases High Voltage, the international version of High Voltage. This is the international version. The other High Voltage with the dog peeing on the transformer came out before this, but this is their worldwide. That was Australia only or New Zealand or whatever. This is the AC/DC High Voltage, the international version. Obviously Japanese press, but this is the one that came to America. And it's got Long Way to the Top, Rock and Roll Singer, The Jack, Live Wire, TNT, Can I Sit Next to You Girl. Fucking killer stuff right here. AC/DC High Voltage, 50 years old, came out May 14th of 76. May 17th, the Runaways self-titled debut album comes out. This has got Cherry Bomb on it, which is the big hit, which is, honestly, with the Runaways, that was probably their biggest hit, was Cherry Bomb. This is good stuff, good 70s rock. Lita Ford, Joan Jett, Cherry Curry, yeah, let's see. Jackie Fox, that's right. Sandy West, Jackie Fox. Just very, very great record. They were all kids on this, 16, 17 years old when they released this album. And it's really cool rock and roll. Runaways, self-titled, May 17th. And then in June, with the question mark again, Angel, Hell of a Band. All these ones with the question marks, all this is from Wikipedia when I was looking for records that came out. I'm going by Wikipedia. They don't have the dates, so I ended up going to Discogs and going to AI or whatever, and I can't find answers on any of them exactly what day these albums came out, just months. So in June, Angel's Hell of a Band. This is one of the ones that I had found. I like it all right. I mean, they're a good band. God, I want to say it's like, yeah, Greg Gufira, Punky Meadows. Well, I kind of caught that. Sorry about that. Caught the Obi strip trying to put that back in there. But yeah, it's good. Casablanca Records. This was kind of their idea. Kind of the, from what I've read and heard about Angel, they were like the anti-Kiss, because Casablanca had Kiss, and they wanted something. The image was a little bit different, as you can see. But yeah, just good stuff right here. So Angel's Hell of a Band came out sometime in June. And then I'm going to jump all the way to August. On the 25th of August, Boston's debut album comes out. We all know this rock and roll band, Smoking, Hitching a Ride, Something About You, Let Me Take You Home Tonight. That's just one side. Of course, it's got, More Than a Feeling, Peace of Mind, and Foreplay Long Time on here. This is probably, a lot of people tout this as maybe the greatest debut in rock history. It certainly deserves to be in that conversation. So, August 25th, Boston. Sometime in September, Ted Nugent releases Free For All. I don't know what to say about Ted. This got Doggy Dog, Free For All. Let's see, Writing on the Wall. If you want good guitar rock, listen to Ted Nugent. I don't know what to say about Ted. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I listen to it, and sometimes I'm like, freaking Ted. But great guitar player, great stuff. It's Ted, and we all know what Ted sounds like, and Free For All does not disappoint. So, all right, and then sometime in September, Tommy Bolin's second album, Private Eyes, comes out. I really like this. I prefer his debut album, actually, over this one. But just, what a great guitar player. And I didn't even know who Tommy Bolin was until I entered the VC. And Steve is A is for Alice, B is for Bob, is a big Tommy Bolin fan. And I bought my first Tommy Bolin album when I saw it out in the wild because of Steve. And then I've gotten this one, and I really do enjoy him. He was such a good guitar player. So sad, gone too soon and too young. So Tommy Bolin, Private Eyes, came out sometime in September. Okay, October 22nd, Bob Seger releases Night Moves. Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band. It's got Night Moves, Fire Down Below, Rock and Roll Never Forgets. I mean, just a killer record. Main Street's on here, Ship of Fools. This is a really, really great album, cool stuff. One of probably Bob Seger's most popular record, this is my guess. So, that came out sometime October 22nd. And on the same day, October 22nd of 1976, hang on, I got it stuck together. This is a heavy one. Black Sabbath, Technical Ecstasy. I know I showed this a while back. I got this box set. I did not own this. I did not own this on vinyl. It was one of the only Sabbath albums that I wanted. I did not own. I saw this at the record store, this super deluxe box set. 6 LPs, if I remember correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 LPs. Book, everything else in here. I'm not going to go through all it. But this album, I think, is underrated. I mean, a lot of people don't like this, and when it comes to the original Ozzy, this one and Never Say Die kind of get lost in the shuffle, but I think this is a really good record. It's a little different. You can tell they're experimenting a little more, but it's still got some great songs on it. I think this is a really good record. And if you can find this box set for a decent price, I mean, I spent $60 on it. I felt that was a pretty good price. The live, there's a double LP live of this, of them on tour, on this tour, and it's excellent. So, Technical Ecstasy came out on October 22nd. All right, moving on to November. Kiss's next album after Destroyer is Rock and Roll Over. And back in the day, bands would put out an album every 6 months or so. Let's see, they put it out in March. And then in November, so about 7 months later, they put out Rock and Roll Over. This is my favorite. I want to say this is my favorite early Kiss 1.0 record is Rock and Roll Over. It's a tie between this and Love Gun. And Love Gun is more about, that's the first one I ever heard, I think. The first Kiss album I ever heard, so that's why that one has a special place for me. But Rock and Roll Over comes out on November 11th. This is a killer record. I highly recommend this to anybody, whether you're a Kiss fan or not. And then on December 8th, the Eagles come out with Hotel California. They sell millions of copies of this record, and I just bought this recently for $20, and I got ripped off because this album blows. I'm sorry, I do not get this record at all. I bought it because it has Hotel California and Life in the Fast Lane on it. And ultimately, Life in the Fast Lane is the highlight of this record, in my opinion. And the rest of this album is boring as shit. So, but yeah, it came out December 8th, and it's probably sold 50 million, 100 million copies. So I'm probably wrong, but I don't like this at all. And finally, sometime in December of '76, Blondie comes out with their debut album. On this record are songs that, I mean, if you're just a radio fan or you just know Blondie from their hits, none of them are on this record, but this is a really good record. It's a really good debut album right here by Blondie. It's very cool stuff. So, honestly, like I said, there's no songs on here that you're going to know unless you've owned this and listened to this. If you're just a casual, I like, just the Blondie songs on the radio, none of them come from this record. So, anyway, that's it. All 17 of those records are turning 50 throughout the year. And that's what I have in my collection that are turning 50 this year. So, anyway, that's pretty much it. Have a good weekend, everybody. I hope to talk to you all later. And enjoy yourself at the Super Bowl. If you are a football fan, root for your favorite team of the two, or just watch and have a good time. Spend some time with family and friends. That's what I'm going to be doing. So I appreciate you all watching. I'm going to root for the Seahawks, like I said, even though, I really don't care either way. Well, I kind of care because I really don't want the Patriots to win. So that's just because I'm a Raiders fan and I'm still salty about 25 years ago. So, all right. Thanks all. Appreciate it. We'll talk to you all later, man. Have a good one.